welcome to this News 9 special with me, Surat Suresh. Well, when we buy our new bike, we want to go on a long ride. One such dream was for 4 other riders from Karnataka, and especially Bengaluru, who wanted to embark on a 10,000 kilometer ride all the way to Thailand to spread the culture of India. And not just that, they also wanted to go ahead and celebrate India across territories. In this special, we will be speaking to these riders and we'll be understanding how they were successful in doing so. Not just that, how they got the plan and how they went ahead and celebrated India across the country. Covering over 10,000 kilometers and 5 different countries, bikers celebrate India in a cross-country expedition. From Bengaluru to Myanmar and Thailand, and finally Cambodia. This is a journey of 4 bikers who embarked on a trip to Thailand to spread the message of India's rich culture and heritage. Covering over 10,000 kilometers on their 1200cc sports bike in a span of 23 days, they reached out to the Indian nationals across 5 countries. Meet Santosh Apachu, a software engineer by profession but a biker by heart. Accompanying him is Sridhar Mane, a businessman who loves to raise the throttle frequently. They, along with 2 others, Venu, Setu Madhavan, Nair and Shashidhar Patel, are part of this adventure riding group which had a dream of spreading the rich culture of the country. Hence, the entire group embarked on an expedition to the Southeast Asia in a month of December, which was one of a kind trip for the entire group. The riders covered countries like Myanmar, Thailand, Cambodia, Malaysia and Singapore, covering a distance of over 10,000 kilometers. Well, now that we have gone ahead and shown you as to who these people are, what they call themselves, we will be going ahead and understanding how they embarked on this particular trip and as to how their adventure in all of these territories was. Well, celebrating India is something was the tag which was given for your entire ride. So what was this particular celebrating India tag and what was this ride all about? Because everyone wants to go on a ride. So what was this ride about?
Yeah, as you rightly said, everybody wants to go on a ride, but we wanted a purpose for our ride. So we called our ride as Celebrating India because India is rich in culture, very diverse, and we have a lot of adventurous destination in India. So we wanted to go across borders and invite people to see India, invite people to ride in India. There are many riding clubs in Thailand, in Cambodia, in Vietnam and many other places. So our main idea was to tell them, come to India, see India, ride in India.
Well, absolutely. Now, somewhere come to India, ride in India. How many days did you embark on this particular journey? How many days did you go there? And how many of you were there in this particular trip?
We were 4 of us, myself, Sridhar Mane, Shashidhar Patil and Venu. It was a 25 days ride. We started from Northeast India, Guwahati. We covered Meghalaya, Manipur, and then we entered Myanmar, Thailand and Cambodia.
Where was the first pit stop which you had, and which are the regions which you covered on this trip all the way to Burma, if we know?
Yeah, the first stop was at Javai in Meghalaya. Then it got darker by 4:30, so we had to stop there. The next day we went to Jiribam, which is in Manipur, And on the third day, our stop was at Imphal because the permissions in Myanmar border took some time. So we had to stay a day in Imphal. Then the next day, we left to Moreh. Moreh is a border town between India and Myanmar. And the first town, and I must say, the customs in Moreh border is super efficient. And we got all our clearance done in say 30 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes. And we were in Tamu, that is a border town of Myanmar.
Right. So all of these you covered in 23 days, if we are not wrong.
Yes, we did in 23 days. We covered Myanmar, and from there we went to Cambodia, Angkor Wat. As per the Cambodian touring agency, they say we are the first Indians to enter Cambodia, that is Angkor Wat, on an adventure bike, that is 1200cc adventure bike.
When you go to these places over 23 days, how many hours were you riding? Because you will have to cover long distances in very short span of time. So how many hours?
In Northeast, roads are windy, and some places roads are being built. So we could cover only 200 kilometers, which took us almost 4 to 5 hours. Same in Myanmar, roads are very narrow and traffic is chaotic there, and some restrictions by the military also. So we could ride only 200 kilometers a day, and in Thailand roads are good, so we used to do 500 to 600 kilometers a day.
Okay.
6 hours.
But the roads there, from what we have seen, the roads there are quite narrow and it's quite dusty, it's quite hard as well. So didn't you face a lot of hardship when you rode on those highways there, because each one of those roads are quite narrow and quite small to even commute?
Yeah, very narrow roads, and traffic, as I said, is very chaotic in Myanmar. So we did face a lot of challenge, and most of the highways are being built in Myanmar. So there's a stretch about 80 to 90 kilometers where there are no roads, and the heavy traffic is there on those roads. Whenever a heavy truck is moving, it kicks up the dust, and it's absolutely zero visibility.
From India, they want to go ahead, they want to go on a long ride, but most of them, they stick to only places which are in India. But you have gone all the way to Thailand. How was it, traveling through all of those mountains, the hilly regions, the off-roading? How was the experience altogether when you guys went there?
Yeah, we started off from Northeast. The roads are beautiful in Northeast, and in several places roads are being built in Northeast, and those are the areas where we get to do absolute adventure. We did around 100 kilometers of off-roading in India. Then when we entered Myanmar again, there the roads are different, very small roads, narrow roads. You can't ride for more than 150 to 200 kilometers a day. The traffic sense of people is not very great, I can say, and we got to explore different terrains, especially in Myanmar. Roads, windy roads, and there is a stretch of almost 90 kilometers of Asian highway which is being built, and absolutely there are no roads.
Well, absolutely. Now, when you speak about all of these plans, the one main thing which we have to realize is that somewhere you will have to brainstorm, you will have to come up with this particular plan. So how did you even come up with this particular plan? How did you guys go ahead, think about going ahead, spreading this culture of India as well? So how did you come up with this plan?
Yeah, we had this plan from a long time, and Karne was only the glitch what we had, but we got over it. We took the Karne, and when you have a machine like this, and if you don't do an overland ride, you're not doing justice for this machine. Plus, we had an idea of promoting India as a tourism destination, promoting India as a riding destination. That's how we came up with this idea, and we gave a purpose to our ride also.
So was it over chai pe charcha? Because somewhere only when all of you are sitting, a small chai you will be having, and then you will come up with this particular plan.
Yeah, definitely this plan was discussed on over many chais, but finally in October it did work out well for us, and our friend Venu had this plan, and he helped us to give all the details. And we were able to materialize this, and it was Venu who gave this idea of going overland.
Mainly near northeast, where we know that there are several passes there and the entire country itself is beautiful. But in particular northeast, when we speak about northeast, there are small roads there, just one vehicle which can pass. Now with all of that, the luggage that you guys would have carried all together, how was it? Like, did someone help you out, interacting with people there, going ahead, taking some help, crossing these ridges? How was it?
Yeah, it was very adventurous, and the people of Northeast are very friendly. They always come forward to help you, and the terrain is beautiful. The food is amazing there, and we need to thank the Indian Army who were present all along the Northeast stretch, and they were always there to guide us.
Celebrating India is something, it's a very unique tag which someone gives. Celebrating the culture, celebrating India on the whole, the country. How do you come up with this tag?
India is a very diverse country. Every 100 kilometer you travel, the dialect changes, the language changes, the food changes. That itself is a celebration. And as I said, every state has its own beauty. So that's where this tag came into our mind. That
how did the people welcome you? Because now we have entered a foreign territory. So usually what we see is that somewhere they will first be hesitant. But how was it? Were they accepting? How did the Indians there in those territories, how did they welcome you?
Yeah, the locals in Myanmar, Thailand, as well as in Cambodia was very welcoming. Wherever we used to stop, they used to offer us water and coffee to drink. They used to have a chat with us. And Indians, especially wherever they saw us, in Thailand, they stopped the bike and they took pictures. They were chanting Vande Mataram, Jai Hind, and Bharat Mata Ki Jai, those kind of slogans. Which was very, very motivating for us as well, and we felt proud that our mission to spread celebrating India was taking shape there.
Did you reach out to people? How was it, with respect to reaching out to all of the people there and speaking to them, understanding their culture? Because it's not only about, spreading our culture, but even learning their culture. So how was that?
Yeah, we did find a lot of riders along the way. Especially there was a riding club from Malaysia, and there were many riders in Chiang Mai region in Thailand. So we had an opportunity to interact with them, speak about India, and it did work out well for us. Now we have a couple of riders, especially the riding group from Malaysia, Johor Bahru. They are planning to visit India. We are working with the Automobile Association to get them the carnet clearance so that they can come and experience India, because till now they have come only till the Moreh border, and they have gone back. So I think we are planning to get them into India.
Now, which is your favorite moment from this particular trip? Because usually whenever you go ahead and you go on such long rides, there will be this one memory that you will have, which you'll always want to treasure. So which was this one particular memory that you had?
Particular memory, I can say that when I entered Thailand, there were a couple of Indians, who came and they came, hugged me, and they were taking pictures, and they were telling, you have made India proud. How are you managing to do this, and and chanting slogans. That was a proud moment. Another moment I can say, we all as a group entered an abandoned cave, which was the first time we are doing it on an adventure bike. So that was one. And I can say the happiest moment was in Angkor Wat, where when the tourism authorities there told us, you are the first Indians to visit Angkor Wat on an adventure bike. So many moments to cherish.
Okay. Now, if also one thing which all the riders will have to understand is that how much does it take to go on such long rides here? Because it is an expensive affair if you're going to different parts of the world as well. So how much does it cost?
Yeah, see, the biggest cost factor here is getting a carnet, and which is around 1 lakh rupees. and fuel, and we stayed in all motels, we stayed in camping tents, and we didn't have any frills in terms of hotel. So in that way, the overall tour costed us around 3.5 lakhs.
Okay. Now, lastly, if I have to ask you, this particular journey, you have already gone ahead, you have already spread the culture of India, the rich beauty of India. So, have you invited them? How was it, and how did you go ahead and spread this particular message to them?
Yeah, we have invited a couple of people, riders. Now we met one Spanish rider in Cambodia. So he was so he was so amazed to see Indian bikes and our flags in Cambodia, and he asked, even I want to ride. So we gave him a plan. Now he is riding from Spain to Malaysia. He's doing around 15,000 kilometers. He's starting in February, and I'm planning his route from Spain to Malaysia.
Right. Now, somewhere all of you have spent many days there, so you must have explored different regions as well. We'll discuss all about that over another chai, because that's how most of the ideas come out.